Okay, this would be the last video. Highway 38 drive today. Went Forest Falls, Chinks Lake Road, Glass Road. Roads are in really good shape. But anyway, I stopped here, just caught Angelus, the Oaks restaurant here. They had Taco Tuesday night. Their shrimp taco, or their fish tacos, their pescador. Oh my God. That guy's chained up there. Taking them off, or let's see if he's all right. You okay? Yeah, it looks like he's taking off chains. Yeah, the roads are so good, you don't need chains. I went all the way to, where did I go to? Right by Heart Bar and turned around. I got up here late. But everything's plowed. There's the turnouts are plowed on 38. Chinks Lake Road is pretty good shape. Glass Road's good down to middle control road. What else was I gonna say? Oh my! I gotta get my. I just found out one of my fog lights is out. My right fog light caught another rock. I've lost 2 fog lights in the past couple of years. Before that I never lost a fog light in. This is 2005, so 10, 18 years, never lost a fog light. I lost 2. So, oh, what's the rest of the news? Lynette just posted on her Redlandsbuzz Facebook group that Highway 18 was shut. Caltrans is looking at the avalanche danger. That's what the snow expert guys were saying, that 18 was more of a danger than over here. They had 2 avalanches here on 38 2 Saturdays ago. I came up the day after, and it was pretty narrow where the avalanche was, and like Caltrans punched a hole through them, but it was real narrow, 1 lane. Today it's 2 lane. They got the turnouts cleaned up. I filmed a couple loader guys that are still working the turnouts, you know, cleaning them, widening them out. Chinks Lake Road, it gets a little narrow in some spots. It's kind of like 1.5 lanes, 2 lanes, but there's a little bit of ice. But if you take your time in here, take your time up here. I see people flying through like it's normal. It's not normal road conditions. You still got some ice. I got 36 degrees, but this may freeze tonight. You know, you get the black ice. So yeah, you can't go normal speeds up here. Or it necks down to like 1.5 lanes. You know, you're gonna crash into somebody on a corner. The other thing is these berms are melting. These berms are collapsing into the roadway. Like half the berm will fall into the roadway. If you hit that going at speed, you're gonna tear up your vehicle. Probably maybe get tossed into the other lane. So yeah, you gotta slow down. You know, don't be an idiot. You know, if you normally drive fast, you just gotta somehow figure out how to drive a little slower. Forest Falls was really good. I went all the way up to the picnic area is closed. The forest is closed. There's a closure order to March 16th. Excuse me. So you can't come up and snowplay in the forest, which is most of the areas. You can't trespass. The locals have really been through a lot, so I wouldn't come up here and trespass on private property and going to start sledding and using their barbecues and pooping in their driveway. You don't want to do that because they are really out of patience up here. A lot of them, because they've been through hell. You know, 10 days and they finally get the roads open up here. Crestline, Lake Arrowhead, Big Bear's still a mess. They're slowly getting to the side roads. All the checkpoints are open. They opened yesterday at 4 p.m. It was residents only, and then they opened it wide open from what I'm hearing. The guy barely looked at my media badge coming up. It's kind of weird. It's open, but I don't see a lot of traffic. But they really can't deal with a lot of people that don't live up here right now. So I would hold off. This snow's going to be here a while. You know, let these people recover, especially over in Lake Arrowhead, Crestline, Twin Forest, Rim Forest. They're still digging people out over there. Forest Falls, pretty much. I talked to Tom at the fire station there, McIntosh, and they're pretty much dug out. Everybody's been checked. Everybody's good. They can get up and down for their supplies now. Jeff Safer said the same thing. They're doing really good over there. And Tom said was it 2010? He said was the last storm like this for them. He said it took them about a week, to get back on their feet. So they're kind of on schedule. They're really resilient up there. Neighbors helping neighbors. There's guys with the skid steers that help out clearing driveways, and there's kids up there making money. I said we did as kids. We just got the shovels and went and made some money. I mean, you could make a killing shoveling when I was a kid because nobody wanted to get out there and bust their butt, especially older people. And usually we would give them a break, sometimes for free, if they were, it all depended on who they were. And if they could afford it. Sometimes we would tell them no, and they would still cram money into our pockets. In fact, there was that guy pulled out. I went in and got stuck because I knew I was to pull him out. I didn't want to block the road. So I went over the lip. He wanted me to go way down in there. It was up in Oak Glen. And he was so far off, my winch rope wouldn't reach him. We had to borrow a tow strap. He was about 130 feet off. I got him out, but then I was stuck. I couldn't get over the lip. But we had discussed that before, so he came around and pulled me back up onto the roadway, Oak Glen Road. But he wanted to give me money. I said, no, dude, I don't do that. Just, if you see me stuck, come get me. Well, somehow he's tucked $10, I think it was, into my pocket, my bibs overall pocket. And I didn't realize until I got home and went to wash my bibs, and the money came piling out. But he ended up pulling me out, so that's an even deal. Even Steven, the way I look at it. But thank you, guy. I appreciate that. That's going to gas. I didn't get his name. He was in a blue Ford pickup. In fact, my truck being pulled out has been posted. Somebody that's butthurt wanted to dox my truck, so they ripped off the guy's picture and posted it. But he didn't tell the story. He just said I was a Guggen. It's like, no, I wasn't a Guggen. I had chains. I had just taken them off. This David Ellison clown. So if you see that picture, luckily his group only has like 100 members, so it didn't get wide circulation. But that's me after I pulled him out. And we had discussed it before what was going to happen, because he wanted me to go down in where he was. He was in a big white turnout, and I said, no, it was really deep snow, like 2.5, 3 feet. And that's why he was stuck. He went down in there, FAFO, right? F around and find out. He found out, and luckily I was able to get him out of there. But yeah, that was the guy. I don't know what he's saying. I hate you type of people. And I hate you type. I was like, no, dude, he's got it. I don't know where this guy. I don't know if he's inbred or delusional, but when I talk about Guggens, the Guggens are all from the city. They're from down the hill, coming up there and getting stuck. No chains. Cars with no all-wheel drive. Those are Guggens. I'm not talking about Ucaipa people or Oak Glen people. They're usually those people. They know what they're doing. So yeah, that David Ellison. He's got butter. He's severely buttered, and I guess that was his way of getting back at me, was to dox my truck. God, there's already a guy flying up on my tail. People are coming through here like it's normal. There's rocks coming down. I've seen a lot of cars with busted oil pans and aerators hitting rocks. So if you want to fly up and down here, good luck. I hope you got a good mechanic and you got the money to pay for an oil pan. If you don't munch the motor from oil loss, hopefully you'll catch it in time. I've talked to some of them. They said, yeah, they were flying and they couldn't avoid the rocks. The rocks were all the way across the road, so they couldn't swerve. I'm gonna let this guy go by. This guy wants to go 90. Hey, knock yourself out, okay? Speed on, brother. Oh, stay on the road. Yeah, look, he's flying. And I'm going 45, almost 50. Chippy sits in here sometimes too. They like this straightaway for these guys, these speeders that come down. The Chippy will sit down here and catch them going 80, 90 miles an hour. And then they want to whine. It's like, come on, man. Just keep it, 60. It's a highway, so it's 55, right? 55 on a state highway. But when it's snowing and raining, they'll still do this. It's unbelievable. And usually when you get down to the straightaway, like I just hit the brakes a little bit. I was getting up towards 60. You got to kind of watch your speed. And we had need the brights on. We had a deer here one time come flying across the road. Yeah, I almost hit that deer. She come out of the ditch. See, the ditch is pretty deep. You won't see them on the side. Next thing you know, they're right in the middle of the road. To see their eyes glow like a green. But I picked up the gas cans at Camp de Veneville. I'm going to run them down for Frank and Janet. Okay, his brights on. Get them some diesel up there. I think I got 4 or 5 gallon cans. If you need anybody, I'm going to go up 38 tomorrow to resupply their diesel. I've got my chainsaws. If anybody's got a tree down or needs food, I got propane. I got extension cords. I got my tools, my saws, chainsaws, skill saw, sawzall. If anybody needs help, supplies, let me know and I can Pony Express it up. A lot of people that are up here don't want to come down. And the checks are open, but they're stuck. They can't get out. So if I can bring it up and they can meet me, a lot of them can't get out of their driveways. Horsefalls was plowed. Like I ran into Mike he lived on Barton Road, the cabins off of Chinks Lake Road. He said he could make it down to where the road ended, the pavement, where the county stops their maintaining it. He said he had about a couple 100-yard hike to his cabin, but he said the snow's real deep. I think he said he got 4 feet. So you break through, you post hole, you sink down up to your. I asked him, well, how far were your post hole? And he said to his crotch, and that's really hard to do. That's why they make snowshoes so you stay on top. Yeah, he said that was. I've done it, and you won't go far. 20 yards, and you're wore out. So if you plan on hiking in your cabin, see if you got some. Could get some snowshoes. They said they got less snow, not as much though over here, like 4 to 6 feet, where they're staying over by Snow Valley, Lake Arrowhead, Crestline, because they kind of stick out on that mountain ridge there. They got like 8 to 10 feet. That's double what they got over here. That's a lot of snow. And the problem is they can't push it. Like James at Camp de Veneville was saying, they had to help out the guy at Camp Arbolito. He had a pickup with a blade, but evidently they can't push that heavy of snow, so they had to go over. I think they got a loader over there at Camp de Veneville Pines, a loader or a tractor. I wanted to talk to Frank, but he wasn't around when I picked up the gas cans. But they're having trouble. It's so heavy that it's like concrete, and so it's kind of neighbor helping neighbor up here, just getting it done. And I saw a couple Caltrans loaders working Highway 38. Turnouts they've got a lot of turnouts cleared out, or at least where you can turn out at least. But they're working on the big wide ones. They're working on getting them completely cleaned out. I did see a Cisco, the food supply trucks, the semis. There was one on those switchbacks above South Fork of Santa Ana River. It looked like he got caught there in the first blizzard because it buried in snow. And that's usually one of the problem areas is those switchbacks. They're on a hill, steep hill right above the river there. And that's why I don't go through there at night, because that usually ices up really bad. That's probably what happened. He got caught in there in the ice. just parked it. And they probably either rescued him or he got a ride out. That's usually a problem. Onyx Peak is usually a problem at night and storms, snowstorms. So I don't even try and go up that way at night or come down. Go during the day. But anyway, that's the only really abandoned vehicle I saw. Tom said in Forest Falls, it's all pretty much been, I didn't see any abandoned vehicles or buried. They all had, like, their driveways were cleared out, their sidewalks were cleared. Forest Falls was looking good. They look like they're back on their feet. Tomorrow, after I drop off the gas cans, I want to go up to Lake Arrowhead and Crestline, but that's all going to depend on, they were saying 18's closed. I'll have to check on that when I get home here. Check on if I can even get out. Maybe morning would probably be a better time to check. They had 2 avalanches up here on 38. Not this Saturday, but the last one. I came up the day after, and you could see where the avalanche had. Caltrans punched a hole through it, and it was like 1 lane, real narrow. Yeah, it was kind of creepy. There's nobody up there. Some people came around the unmanned check at Sugarloaf. I saw some vehicles, but then I ran into that guy, that crazy looking mountain guy that said he was in the caverns there. I turned around and came back to get him. He was gone. So we think a pickup got him. There was a pickup in the live video that went by me. I didn't think anybody had passed me, but the video showed a white gray pickup. He wanted to go to Angelus, and I think that's where that guy dropped him off. It was Angelus Oaks. So it's going to take, from what I'm seeing and from what I'm hearing, another week. Crestline, Lake Arrowhead, Big Bear, they're still buried. They've got the main roads plowed. Now they're plowing into the neighborhoods. Cedar Pines Park, I've seen reports that nobody's plowed that yet, and the people are getting frustrated. You know, it's been like 10 days since the blizzard hit, 11 days now. It hit on a Thursday, so what do you got? You got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It'd be day 13, 2 weeks. That's what's going on over there. And there's places there. I posted on the group. We've got a daily mountain snow relief thread. Places, come on, cut the braids. There's places you can go to help collect the supplies and food. One of them, San Bernardino Airport. I posted a thing from the county. There's like 4 food drive, supply drive locations if you want to help. And it's driving me crazy. I want to go help, but a lot of us couldn't get up there. You can go to the airport, or I think a couple of them were churches or schools. You can go either take supplies there, like shovels, clothes, food. What else were they wanting? Ice chippers, like a tile scraper, snow shovels. Were some of the things they were at. I'll have to ask Doug, my friend, on the helicopters. That one was a cow dart. They were flying the supplies up. Okay, on the bicycle. That might be one of the homeless guys living up by the bridge back there. They come up here. They come into town during the day and then they'll ride back up. At least he's got lights on. Thank God. I've seen him. I've almost killed a guy there on 38 above the ranger station. He had no lights, and a car was in the other lane, and barely missed him with my mirror. Or they'll be walking too. I've seen them walking with no light. So be careful. The homeless camps, there's a lot of homeless camps by Mill Creek up there by the bridge. So, what was I talking about? The helicopters, that Cal Dart. They waved them off the first day they tried to land up there by Good Ones. But evidently they've coordinated now where they're landing with the supplies. I'll have to ask my buddy Doug. I'm not sure about putting propane on those helicopters, because but in service I was a hazmat inspector. They put me through hazmat class because we loaded stuff on airplanes, our Jeeps. We had batteries, we had Class A explosives, Class B, C smoke grenades. You had to keep it separated. Like HE was explosives were away from corrosives. There was a certain way you had to load it, and like I'm not sure those little propane tanks. Little propane bottles, I'm not sure. That would probably be a hazmat on an aircraft. I almost guarantee it. So I'll have to ask Doug about. I don't know if you can donate that. They have road convoys going up too. You know, they're doing it by road and by helicopter. So I'm pretty sure that could get transported. I'll post that question and ask on the group. As far as propane, what else would be hazardous? I think it's just that propane. Because like my chainsaws are all, I went to battery chainsaws because that's one of the reasons I went, was I'm tired of fussing with the damn gas, the two-stroke. You know, it just, they're so sentimental, and you get bad gas if you don't put the stable in it. I went to DeWalt battery chainsaws, and I tell you what, they're almost, I think they're even a little lighter. You get a big chainsaw all day in your arms, and it wears you out. I've got a little 10-inch bar, I think, 10 or 12. I think I bought a bigger bar. It's a 12-inch bar now, but that thing ain't that heavy, and it'll do a lemon, you know, the lemon job. The big trees, you got to have a bigger saw. But as far as lemon and just clearing a smaller tree off the roadway, it works out good. You just got to have charged batteries. That's the. And I can cut down one, like a orange tree, a normal size orange tree in the groves. When I was cutting over at Farquhar's, I can do a tree on one charge. Or was it two trees? I think it was two trees. Which was like most of I was wore out after two trees. Because I'm getting older. I can't cut like I used to. I used to be able to cut all day, but as you get older, you get them union brakes a lot in there. Coming into Mentone now, so I'm gonna hit the. I gotta check with Janet on if we're gonna meet up on a fuel buy and get some groceries and what else. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. These are all going up on YouTube. Taco stands. I mean, I said taco stand hasn't been. You haven't seen anybody there. It's been raining, storming. County keeps shutting them down. They're illegal as far as county. You know, the no nets, no bathroom. You know, no place to wash up. But they only shut them down like once a week or once every couple weeks. Then they're back open within an hour. So it's not really working. What's this? That was a barricade or the back of a trailer. Okay. I've been seeing barricades, so that's what I thought it was a barricade. Didn't want to slam it, but it didn't make sense being on Mentone Boulevard. Freckles is open right there. Good food. Get there. I got the octopus tacos there. It was so damn good. That sauce, that mango sauce. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll get these up on YouTube as fast as I can. See ya.